concerning the interrogator, what do I need to remember? I need to remember that my self-worth is not negotiable. It can't be negotiated. I am worthy as I am. I am okay as I am. Even if I make mistakes, even if I didn't do something perfectly, even if I didn't get the result that I want, and even if the other person doesn't believe that I'm okay. And even if that person is criticized, that my self-worth has nothing to do with this interrogator's opinion of me. And that, secondly, he is playing this role because he doubts his own self-worth. Because people criticize because they doubt themselves. Because by criticizing others, they feel affirmed. Since the other person is wrong, then I'm okay. The more faults I can find with the others, the more I am worthy. You see? So I make a habit of finding everyone's faults so that I can feel that I am worthy, that I am okay. So when I understand this, when I understand that my self-worth has nothing to do with this person's accusations or questions, and I have no need for this person's approval, then I'm okay. I'm peaceful inside myself. And I can listen to these questions and answer them very clearly. Oh, no, I see it this way. Or I did it, oh yes, I made a mistake here. Why not? I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I can accept myself having made a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes. So it doesn't mean, when I say that I am worthy, it doesn't mean that I don't think I make mistakes. It doesn't mean that I don't believe I have a lot of things to improve. I have many things to improve. I still make a lot of mistakes. I still have a lot of ignorance. But I am a creation of God. And that can never be unworthy. So I am worthy as I am. I am worthy of respect and love from every being on the earth. Of course, every other being on the earth is also worthy of my love and respect, whatever he may have done, whatever qualities he may have. Okay? So what we need to understand in terms of facing the interrogator is that my self-worth is not in danger here. And then this person needs to do this because he needs to affirm himself. So let's humor him. But I could also tell her, it bothers me, when you criticize me, when you ask me these questions. I feel that, that you're not allowing me to live my life according to my own beliefs. Would you like me to do this to you? I'd like you to stop this. Very simple, without accusing, without getting into a fight. Very simple things, which when we have self-confidence and self-acceptance, we can explain them to the other person. This bothers me, I don't like it. At the end. So the victim, what do we have to remember about the victim? That we are not responsible for the victim's reality. The victim and every other being creates his or her own reality 100%. Okay? We can help the victim, we can offer love, we can offer practical help, but we should never get into the false belief that we are responsible for the results, that we are responsible for their health, for their happiness, for their satisfaction. We cannot be responsible. We cannot create someone's health. I have been trying for 30 years. We cannot create someone's happiness. I've been trying for 30 years. You can't do it. You can help someone. You can show them the way. You can ask them questions which may help them, but you cannot create it for them. So you cannot take responsibility for the result. So I need to keep very clear in my mind that I am not responsible for the fact that this person is not happy or satisfied. And if he wants to continue to be in the role of the victim, it's his right and his choice. It doesn't mean that I leave them and I don't help them anymore. I help them, I love them, but I stop feeling responsible. And I do what I want to do. I give what I want to give out of love and not out of guilt. Because the victim plays with our guilt. And by making us feel guilty, causes us to do things which we don't believe that we should be doing, that we don't want to do, just so that they will be quiet and we won't feel guilty. And often we harm people in this way because we do things for them that they could do for themselves. And that lessens their self-confidence. It lessens their inner strength and also their self-respect. So we have to have discrimination. Love is very important, and helping is very important. We have to be very clear where when we are helping someone and when we are harming them by helping them, by bailing them out of another situation in which they have created for themselves. Okay, so this takes clarity. It's not always easy. I often feel conflict in myself as to what to do in situations, whether it's beneficial to help this person at this time or just let them experience what they're experiencing. It's not always very easy to see. So what we need to remember with the victim is that they are totally responsible for the reality they're creating, and that we will continue loving and helping them, but with discrimination, and that we are not responsible for what's happening. What do we need to remember concerning the aloof person? We have to see that we have to be able to be happy without knowing what's going on in them. You see, we have the prerequisite that I have to know what's going on in my husband, what's going on in my wife, what's going on in my child, in order for me to feel safe, in order for me to feel that they love me, in order for me to be sure that they don't have some problem with me, in order for me to control their lives and to prevent any problems because I don't have any faith in their own ability to solve their problems. So I have to know. So in order to get free from the problems created in confronting an aloof person, we need to get free from the need to know and give them space. Because the best way to help an aloof person to open up is to give them space. Also to realize that an aloof person has become aloof because they don't feel that it's safe not to be aloof. Because they feel that if they expose themselves, that they may not be accepted. This is the main thing. They may not be loved. They might be hurt. So if we want to create an environment in which an aloof person can open up, we have to help them feel safe. What does that mean? Zero criticism. Total acceptance. When there is total acceptance, the aloof person can begin to have the courage to say, you know, I'm feeling this. Because the aloof person begins to realize that I can be myself here. I can expose myself. Because no one's going to judge me. No one's going to criticize me. No one's going to use these weaknesses that I'm going to express against me. Okay?